It appears like most people are falling into this trap, and the charts aren't telling the truth either. The whales are making fun of you and are adding to their stockpile. Stay vigilant. Please watch this video immediately. We need not tarry any longer. The facts are before us. Important notice. A total of $49 million poured into Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs, marking the 13th day in a row that these funds have gained value. This pattern of steady inflows is quite significant, signaling a level of bullish emotion we haven't observed in quite some time. People all throughout town are talking about how the bulls are getting ready, and it's hard to miss. However, for what precisely are they preparing? Well, a chart-accompanied image has begun to acquire steam on Twitter, suggesting a massive bull run is imminent. With a little perseverance, you can understand the image's description in the caption. Additionally, I agree with the author of this image. Not long ago, there was a Bitcoin halving event, but it seems like nobody remembers it. Major bull runs have traditionally been sparked by these events, but it will take some time before you see results. After early news-driven speculation, the market needs time to settle. A great deal of individuals get involved in the market after a major event like this, which produces a great deal of excitement and speculation. Because of this increased activity, the bullish effect of the halving may be hard to see. The actual consequences of the halving will become apparent once the market calms down and the panic fades. For example, Bitcoin's price remained largely constant following the halving in July 2016, but by December 2017, it had soared from roughly $650 to almost $20,000. After the halving in May 2020, Bitcoin's price remained relatively stable at $9,000 for some time, until soaring to over $60,000 in April 2021. While a halving's immediate effects may appear negative, these past events demonstrate that the market usually recovers and the true bullish influence becomes apparent. Things start to become weird, though, at this point. Since Shiba Inu prices tend to follow Bitcoin's, this news should be great for the Shiba Inu market. On the other hand, the reality is completely different. Data supplied by well-known cryptocurrency trader and expert Ali Martinez shows that an incredible number of Shiba Inu have been transferred to crypto trading platforms. Plus, we are aware that this typically indicates a desire to sell. The total number of Shiba Inu coins available on cryptocurrency exchanges grew from about 144 trillion to over 147.5 trillion between May 14th and May 29th. Approximately $103 million, or over 4 trillion Shiba Inu, were transferred to the exchanges. To my surprise, the price of Shiba Inu surged by 21% in a few of days beginning on May 29th. Unfortunately, the huge sell-off followed this jump with a 12% drop. There were two separate declines in the price. After an 8.8% drop in the first, there was a brief attempt at a recovery and then another 10% drop in the price of Shiba Inu in the second crash. We are perplexed by the selling activity in light of this research, as the market condition appears to be quite bullish. The Bitcoin halving event appears to be finally about to have an effect, since there have been massive Bitcoin inflows for 13 days in a row. A small number of cryptocurrencies stand to gain significantly from these changes, and Shiba Inu is among them. For what reason, then, are people selling right now? It isn't quite clear. Here is the version of events that some people believe really transpired. People started selling Shiba Inu once we observed their prices soar a few days earlier. Since all investors want to lock in a profit, it's a pretty straightforward decision for a lot of them. It is only normal for investors to want to get their money out of an asset when its value suddenly rises. The market often acts in this way. Many traders sell when prices climb rapidly so they can profit from the surge before it could fall. Consequently, the positive Bitcoin news is probably unrelated. Rather, it's simply individuals cashing in on the current price surge by selling their Shiba Inu. The price of Shiba Inu fell as a result of this selling pressure. However, things start to get intriguing at this point. Shiba Inu withdrawals from whale centralized exchanges have gained momentum in the past 24 hours. In the case of whales, this pattern stands out. The Bitcoin monitoring account Look and Chain brought attention to the actions of a well-known Shiba Inu whale today. An individual client of Binance's removed around 58 billion Shiba Inu coins. Another whale, meantime, moved more than 445 billion Shiba Inu tokens out of Robinhood, an American exchange, and into a personal wallet. Over the past 24 hours, whales have sold more than $13 million worth of Shiba Inu tokens, more than 500 billion in total from exchanges. The most intriguing thing is that they are acting in opposition to the general public. The next issue is, who can you put your trust in? Investors in the vast bulk or the whales of the Shiba Inu breed? One could argue that it is reasonable to put faith in the majority since they're collective. Behavior reflects a widespread agreement. When a large number of investors sell, it usually means they're all feeling the same way about the market. Such mass action frequently heralds a fad in which a large number of people have faith. Contrarily, it may be prudent to put your faith in the whales, who are typically larger investors with access to greater resources, knowledge, and data. Their bold actions may indicate that they are making strategic judgments based on new information or plans for the future. It is possible that whales are planning for a possible spike in prices rather than a sell-off if they are moving huge numbers of Shiba Inu off exchanges. Because of this, who can you put your faith in? The majority, who may be motivated by short-term gains, or the whales, who may be thinking more strategically about the future? Your investment ethos and comfort level with risk will determine the answer to this difficult question. However, at this point, everything begins to make sense. After the price of Shiba Inu skyrocketed a few days ago, it appears that most people are now trying to cash out. Ahead of a more widespread positive trend in the market, whales are purchasing and stockpiling Shiba Inus. Do you recall the highly optimistic Bitcoin news? An influx of millions of dollars for 13 days in a row? And what effect will Bitcoin soon have? The whales appear to be preparing for it. The whales appear to be thinking more about the big picture than the average investor, who is more concerned with making a quick buck. They are planning ahead for what they anticipate as a major change in the market because they can see the forest for the trees. Because whales typically have access to more resources and superior knowledge, this makes perfect sense, making it possible for them to focus on the big picture rather than short-term profits. Factors like as the Bitcoin halving and continued inflows into Bitcoin ETFs have led to their behavior, which suggests confidence in an upcoming bull market. The whales are probably getting ready for a much bigger rise, while many investors are just taking profits. The divergent viewpoints within the cryptocurrency market are best illustrated by the contrast between short-term gains and long-term strategy, and it is clear why keeping up with in such cases, knowledgeable investors can shed more light on potential market shifts in the future. However, you should still conduct your own research before relying on it as financial advice. However, there is more to the story when we consider Shiba Inu and exchange measures in a broader context. In recent months, we have seen a pattern. Reserves of Shiba Inus on centralized markets have been declining. The supply of Shiba Inus on the market has been trending downward for the past 10 months, according to CryptoQuant statistics, indicating a potential accumulation of scarcity that, should demand continue, could cause prices to rise from a high of 191 trillion Shiba Inu in March 2022, the exchange supply has dropped to around 150 trillion. That most holding or selling now suggests it's probably just a temporary setback. Shiba Inu on exchanges tend to have higher prices if demand is great because scarcity increases as the overall supply falls. The current pattern lends credence to the notion that the selling is just a momentary setback and the long-term prediction is still optimistic. Those whales who are stockpiling Shiba Inus are probably counting on their rarity to boost their value in the future, lending credence to the idea that they can envision a brighter, more profitable future for themselves. So what are your thoughts on the matter? Leave a comment in the space provided. Please share your thoughts with me. If you're interested in learning more, just click on one of the videos displayed. We have reached the final segment of this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was entertaining. Plus, the comment section is where you should put your thoughts. When it comes to the YouTube algorithm, this is a huge help. The more people you can get